And here is the latest on the race for the White House. As you can see, a razor-thin margin, but things are swinging more and more toward Donald Trump.
We have live team coverage tonight of the election winners and losers. We are live across Columbus and Central Ohio. We begin in New York, where NBC's Steve Handelsman is live at the Clinton headquarters. Of course, the Clinton headquarters not far from the Donald Trump headquarters, just a mile and a half away in New York City.
Yeah, we do know that the next president of the United States is tonight in New York City. We're going to be going to all of our teams, everything from the school levy to the commission race to the prosecutor's race. But we're going to begin with Steve Handelsman. He is at the Hillary Clinton headquarters, where they still see a path to victory. Steve?
Thanks and good evening. Here at Hillary Clinton headquarters in New York City, a big cheer went up when she was the projected winner in the critical states of Virginia and Colorado. But mostly here tonight, this crowd has been subdued and even shocked. Not only that Donald Trump is the projected winner in the critical state of Ohio, but that he still has a shot, a good shot, in many of the battleground states like Nevada, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, and the biggest prizes of North Carolina and Florida. Donald Trump watched, along with running mate Mike Pence, as the surprisingly close count played out, Trump leading in states that he needs to win. At Trump's election night headquarters, big cheers as he was projected the winner in red states, and when Republicans were projected to keep control of the House of Representatives, hope that Trump could break through in the closely contested battlegrounds. Nearby, Hillary Clinton supporters cheered her wins in blue states, but the mood grew more somber as the swing states that Clinton needs to win were too close to call.
There's tremendous enthusiasm from everybody. You see it all over the country.
Trump voted this morning, not knowing that NBC exit polling would find a stunning 61% of voters today with a negative opinion of Trump. Clinton voted earlier, exit polling finding 54% of voters with negative opinions of her. But she said she would be everyone's president.
So many people are counting on the outcome of this election, what it means for our country, and I'll do the very best I can if I'm fortunate enough to win today.
Hillary Clinton a moment ago, the projected winner of the biggest state in America, California, but that was expected. Still got a big cheer, but here at Clinton headquarters, it looks like a long night. Same over at Trump headquarters here in New York. Jay Gray is there. Jay.
Yeah, no, Steve, you're absolutely right. And we continue to hear the cheers from this crowd as well. In fact, take a look at the watch party here in Midtown Manhattan. And this crowd has gone from anxious to exuberant in a matter of about an hour, excited over some of the calls here, and they feel like that this thing is swinging Donald Trump's way. When you talk to some of the supporters that are on the ground here tonight, they say that they never had any doubt about this. The one thing we still don't know is whether or not we'll see the candidate himself tonight. There's been no indication that he's going to take the stage anytime soon. What Donald Trump has said all along is that he's going to watch the returns with his family at Trump Tower, which is just a few blocks from here. He's going to watch the process as it unfolds, and then he'll make a decision based on whether or not he thinks this election was, and this is his word, fair. So there's been no report from the campaign at this point about his involvement here. You'd have to think at some point he's going to show up. That is the latest live here in Midtown Manhattan. I'm Jay Gray. Back to you now.
All right, thanks so much. And taking a look at the U.S. Senate race in Ohio, Rob Portman wins that Senate race in a big way over Ted Strickland. And the Columbus City Schools, they are celebrating tonight as well. A big victory as that levy was passed 61% to 39%. Here's a look at the prosecutor's race, a hotly contested race. Ron O'Brien slowly, well, actually, look at the numbers, how close they are right now. Ron O'Brien, 241,641, 225 for Zach Klein, 49 to 45%. Zach Klein actually led that race earlier tonight. As we wait for the outcome of the presidential race, Republicans and themselves are very divided in Ohio. Some attending the Ohio GOP watch party, others attending a rally for Donald Trump supporters. NBC4's Ted Hart is live at the GOP party, and Katie Farrell is live at the watch party for Donald Trump's team. But we begin with Olivia Fecteau. She's live at the Hyatt Regency with the Ohio Democrats. Olivia?
Yeah, Mike, NBC News has projected that Donald Trump will win the state of Ohio, with the majority of precincts reporting, but the race is still close in other states as that battle for 270 votes continues. We want you to take a look over here at Democratic headquarters. People here at the Hyatt Regency are still watching the returns come in on CNN. They're watching and holding their breath that Hillary Clinton can pick up electoral votes. They did just call California for her. We talked to two people who are here watching, and they say they are pulling for Hillary Clinton and nervous about how close it is.
I'm pretty disappointed. I figured Hillary would go, have at least Ohio and Michigan for sure, but it's not looking too good.
He's too sporadic. Anger issues, women issues, he's got race issues, every issue you could think of. Just wouldn't be good for our country.
I asked both of those people if they voted for Hillary Clinton today, since they are both hoping that she pulls out a win. The woman told me she actually didn't vote at all, not for president or any of those down ballot races. Katie Farrell is also live in Columbus tonight with Trump supporters who are watching the results roll in there.
Olivia, this place just went wild a few minutes ago. Ohio Attorney General Mike DeWine just got off the stage behind me, and they have been going nuts since about half an hour ago. They called Ohio. They called Trump being the definitive winner here in Ohio. This place went crazy, and just minutes ago, some analysts were calling Florida going to Trump, and they lost it. People here were really cautiously optimistic early on, but I wouldn't say confident, and I'll tell you what, that has changed. Supporters here say they have donated so much of their time. Now they're saying they can relax a bit, kick back. They know this thing isn't over yet, but they are feeling good.
Oh, it has just been so stressful. We've been working 24/7, making phone calls, putting up signs, and it's just such a relief that Ohio's come together to support Trump. I mean, it's just wonderful.
And Bob Paduchik, the Ohio campaign manager, he took the stage also a few minutes ago, saying that winning Ohio is a huge step towards calling Donald Trump Mr. President. Now we want to send it over to Ted Hart, where the GOP is holding its own separate watch party. Good evening, Ted.
Yeah, they're celebrating here as well, but nowhere near like what you're seeing there. State Party Chairman Matt Borges came out about half an hour ago to announce that he had called Donald Trump to congratulate him on winning Ohio. There was brief applause, and that was it. Then they moved on to making some other announcements about other races. They have celebrated their other victories here by Senator Rob Portman and Ron O'Brien, who, by the way, was on the podium just a few minutes ago saying that Zach Klein had conceded to him. Also Congressman Pat Tiberi, Steve Stivers, and the recurring sentiment that we're hearing tonight after a very divisive national election, no matter how this presidential race turns out now, elected officials need to find some common ground and work together.
When I go back to Washington, I'll work with anybody to improve our system. And one last thing, I think we all must be aware of. We as Republicans want results. No more rhetoric, ladies and gentlemen. We want results. We want to get things done.
I'm also going to try to work with Republicans and Democrats to show people that we can work together. And Joyce Beatty and Pat Tiberi and I have done that. We've all been reelected tonight. I think we are a model for the rest of the country about how you can work together.
So a lot to celebrate here, but certainly the high point came really just a few minutes ago when Ron O'Brien was on the stage announcing that Zach Klein had conceded the race to him, that Ron O'Brien has been reelected. O'Brien very fired up. It was a tough, hard-fought election, and he will remain as Franklin County's prosecutor. Live at the GOP headquarters party at the Renaissance Hotel in downtown Columbus, Ted Hart, NBC4.
Alrighty, thanks so much, Ted. We have